Hi guys! Lori here. I am here today to start my new reading vlog. It is April 15th. This is also my shorter work week because I have off Friday. But I just wanted to start a new reading vlog because hopefully I'll have a lot more content for you now that I have like a week and a half off from work, which is awesome. But I did start reading Crown of Feathers today at work, and I'm on page 68, and boy, did this book start off with a bang. I am really intrigued. I'm loving the dual point of views. And I'm just really intrigued to see where the story goes. I try not to read the back flap for these because I know that they are chock full with spoilers. So I definitely did not see this first 68 pages coming, and I was a little bit traumatized. I almost like screamed on the train coming home because I was like, no, that did not just happen. But yeah, I'm really excited to keep reading. I think this book is close to 500 pages, so it's definitely one of my longer reads to date. I've been reading a lot of short books. That just has been what I've been craving, but I'm hopeful that this book will keep me captured, that I just kind of plow through it. But yeah, so I'll be sure to update maybe tonight before I go to bed if I read a lot more, but definitely, hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna really try this reading vlog to get better and update every day, even if it's just like a quick check-in, because I tend to like update Mondays and then I tend to update Friday, Saturday, Sundays, and it just makes these reading vlogs really long. So I'm going to like long lengths of time. So I'm just trying to be more consistent in my updating and like remind myself every day to like update you guys. So that's going to be my new goal for this reading vlog. And I hope I'm a little bit more successful than I was last time. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit for another update. Bye. Hey, Lori here. I'm here to do a Tuesday update. I didn't get nearly as much reading done as I wanted today, but it was an okay day. We actually did stage a lot more than I thought we were going to stage, and we staged the final scene of Willy Wonka, which was like so exciting. And I know some of my students now watch these videos, so hi guys. But yeah, I'm actually really proud of the work that we're doing. Yeah, so let's get into what I'm reading. I did actually make some more progress on Crown of Feathers by Nikki Paul Prito. It is definitely like it's about Phoenix Writers, about these two sisters, and you get a bunch of different perspectives. Right now, I think you're up to 3 perspectives. This book is really, really long, but I'm really liking it. I'm loving the purple pages that we got from Owl Crate. But yeah, and then when you're having one of those days and you're excited about life, what do? Some people go out on an adventure. What do? I meet up with a friend and I get some new books. So I wound up getting a copy of The Lovely and the Lost by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She is one of my favorite authors. And this book all has to do with like missing children, I think. And I'm really excited to dive into this. And I've actually been hunting for this. And when my friend told me she had it, I was like, I need it. So I got it. She also had a very, very early copy of This Broken World by Epic Reads. Oh, and this is the exciting sequel to The Marked Girl. Probably should have read that before I got it. But that just means that I have to get The Marked Girl. I will have to add it to my TBR. But yeah, I did not know that this is a sequel. She said, I think you might like it. What's a sequel? I'll definitely have to add that to my reading list. But I'm really excited for Lovely and the Lost and Broken World. I will just have to add the other one to my TBR. But yeah, that's my little update. I'm actually really enjoying Crown of Feathers. I hope to read some more tonight. If not tonight, then definitely tomorrow on the train. We are having a rather long rehearsal tomorrow. We have to do a bunch of stuff. We have to stage 2 numbers and do some scene stuff, so hopefully we can get it all done. The numbers aren't that hard, so I'm hopeful that they'll go a little bit quicker. But yeah, so I'll definitely hopefully be back tomorrow to check back in. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. It is actually Wednesday. And tomorrow is actually my last day of work for the week because we have Friday off. And I actually did something I've been waiting to do since January. I have finished staging all of my scenes. Now, by staging, I mean they are all staged. 90% of the actors were there when I staged them. So hopefully now we can start piecing stuff together. But it's done. catastrophes and cast dynamics aside. It's done. Now I just have to retrain it to the people that weren't there. But we'll get there. I did actually make a little bit more progress on Crown of Feathers. This book is very, very dense. It's a very dense fantasy. And honestly, I'm just not in the mood to read a really dense fantasy. But here's where we are. And I have to do this for my book club. So I will tackle it. If I really feel like it's dragging a lot, I might move over to a contemporary that one of my girls will launch tomorrow or have at the end of it. So I might wind up doing that. I do like it. I'm loving the different point of views. It's just not what I'm in the mood to read. And it is really long. It's almost 400. It's over 400 pages. So I just haven't been focusing that well on it. I've had a lot of school and show things on my mind. Show things more so than not. And it's because I want it to go good. I want it to work. And it's scary. So but hopefully tomorrow will be a new day. I think everyone in my cast, and me included, even though I'm dreading the break because I know that, stuff gets lost over breaks, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it because I think I just need a mental vacation and hopefully just some time to decompress and relax, and not think about my show 24/7, which is what I've been doing. But yeah, so I'm off to read and I will definitely update you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's Friday. I actually did head off today because it's Good Friday and the public schools are closed. And I actually got a lot of reading done, but I actually did a lot of shopping. I went to go see Breakthrough with Chrissy Metz, which was actually a really, really good movie. I know it's technically a religious movie, but I actually really liked it. I really love Chrissy Metz as an actress, so I really enjoyed it. But I did actually make some progress. Ooh, my bookmark fell out. Oh no. Oh. I hate when that happens. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm here to do another reading update. It's actually Friday. I didn't wind up updating yesterday because I came home and I was just in the mood to read and veg. I actually had off today because it's Good Friday, and the schools were closed. And I actually spent the whole day shopping and reading, which was really, really good. And I also saw the movie Breakthrough with Chrissy Metz, which I actually really enjoyed. I know I love movies that deal with unexplained things. I just think I know it's technically pitched as a religious movie because it is about prayer and stuff, but I actually really wound up enjoying it. And I did actually make a lot of progress on Crown of Feathers. I'm now on page close to 300 on this book. I'm really invested in all the point of views. Basically, it follows this world where there is Phoenix Riders, but that way of life has evaporated a little bit. And you follow these three characters. You follow Veronica, you follow Tristan, and you follow Seb, and their lives eventually intertwine. We got to a really, really big part of this, so I really cannot wait to dive back into this read. It's getting very, very fast-paced and very adventure-y. There was a twist that happened that I kind of saw coming, but I'm really excited to see the aftermath of the effect, and my owl crate came in, so I'm going to unbox that for you right now. Pretty sure I know what the book is, but I could be wrong. And the box is called The Dark Side. This card is really, really pretty. And our pin is Iron Must Be Tested. And it's blue, and I'm going to put that on my thing. The next thing I see is Plenty of Monsters Knew How to Play at Being Human. And this is an exclusive phone holder, which is awesome. And I'll definitely look it up, but I will definitely be putting this on my phone. I've been dying for another one. So yeah, I'll definitely look this up at the end and tell you what it's from. Let me see if I can tell. Okay, I don't want to look at that yet. And then the next thing I see, ooh, it's Six of Crows socks. And I love these socks so, so much. And these are Six of Crows theme, which is from Lee Bardugo. The next thing that I see is a pin banner. That is so cool. This is where I'm actually going to put all my pins. I've been dying for one of these for all my pins. And it has the Owl Crate logo on it. I just have to find somewhere to hang it. That is so cool. I know not uppercase. Fairy Loot did that a couple of months back, and it was a rave success. The next thing I'm seeing, ooh, I wonder if this is a scarf. Ooh. It is a really pretty blue, purple scarf. And I will look it up, and it comes from like a book series that has to do with purple. But I really, really like it. I don't wear a lot of scarves, but I'm going to try to integrate them more in my Instagram photos. And we also did get a sneak peek of Caraval, which they put Finale, but they put Caraval in their first one of their boxes a long time ago. So this is a chapter sampler for Finale. Ooh. Oh my goodness. This book is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh, this book is so pretty. Oh, The Witch Has Been Crafted from Darkness Between the Stars, Sarah J. Maas. Oh my goodness. This is stunning. I am going to try to find a use for this immediately. Oh my god. This is a gorgeous notepad. Oh, that is so pretty. And the next thing I'm seeing is oh, I know the book, because this is going to spoil you about the book. That's okay. That's what I thought the book was anyway. But this is another the book is Wicked Saints, and this is a map of the Wicked Saints, which is awesome, like a cloth map, which is really, really nice. Oh my goodness, this cover is so pretty. Oh my god, wow, this cover is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is a pretty cover. Look at this. This cover is stunning. Oh my god, these end papers are gorgeous. Let Them Fear Her. Oh my goodness, this book is gorgeous. Oh, I want to read this right now. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And then we have their little book. This is the original cover, but I love theirs even more. They talk about that. And the main theme is epic adventures. Time to have a world less traveled. It's a very highly anticipated fantasy with full of dark magic, scorching deserts, cosmic dark shadows, and group of unlikely allies. It features less storytelling in a world inspired by ancient Arabia. Ooh. You'll find useful. Oh, I don't actually know what that book is. I'm excited to find out what that book is. And then next year will be an end by KDP Letters. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Just as a reminder, oh my god, the end papers. My goodness, that is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I am never, ever disappointed with Owl Clay boxes. Never. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love everything. I think the highlight for me is definitely the notebook, but that cover, oh my goodness. I love it. Yeah, so that is my Owl Crate unboxing. But yeah, I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I am going to go back to reading. If I read a lot, I will definitely update before I go to bed. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye. Hi, guys. Lori here. Sorry, I'm battling a small cold or allergies. But we will survive. We always do. But last night, I did wind up finishing Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palprito. I actually really like this book. I thought it was actually a really interesting concept. And it was just kind of interesting. I love the world building. I love the 3 character point of views that we got. There were some predictable elements in the book. I don't think it was the most original fantasy book that I ever read, but I really did like the world building that was crafted. And I like how all the 3 point of views intersected. I also liked how this book had documents from the time period. I'll see if I can find one to show you. There's kind of documents, and the start of every chapter has a quote that kind of, if you read them back to back, I think they kind of tell a story, but it's the story in the past, which I really liked. I'm really intrigued by the ending, and I like how this book did not do a twist that I was kind of expecting, and I've been seeing that a lot in books recently. There's basically one big twist that always happens, you're something, you're the thing in this world, and that wasn't what happened in this book, which I kind of liked. But this cover is so pretty. This is the Owl Crate edition. I think I would wind up giving it like 4.5 stars. It was a little bit on the longer side. I think this book was about close to 500 pages. But I really did read it at a quicker pace, and I was really compelled. I think my favorite point of view was Tristan's. I also really did like Veronica. I love the girl turns into a boy trope, but I just love the world. I love the focus on the animals, and it was just a really, really fun story that really, really compelling, dealing with a lot of hard issues. There was like a couple of fast-paced moments towards the end that I thought could have slowed down a little bit. And there was a couple of reveals that I just did not see coming. But overall, it was actually a really, really nice read, and I'm very excited to get the sequel hopefully next year. And then the next book that I wound up picking up, I chose it last night, was Top 10 by Katie Cotugno. I have never read a Katie Cotugno book before. This book I got like my first year at BEA, or no, BookCon when I went back. It's like 3 years ago at this point, or 2 years ago, I think at this point. 2 years ago, I think. And I just never got around to reading it, but I did keep it on my shelf for a while. So this is the book that I'm going to start today, whenever I wind up reading again. But I am going to do some crafting. I'm going to try to finish my jars for the kids in my show, because I have some time off and it's raining terribly here, so I can't go outside anyway. But I will be sure to update when I start reading this. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later for another update. Bye. Guys, Lori here. I'm back. I did wind up finishing all the jars for my immediate cast, which is super exciting, and I'll show you one, because I doubt anyone in my cast will be watching these videos, and if they are, shh, don't tell anyone else. But they're getting all these jars, and basically what I did is I painted them a color, which is their favorite color, and I put various words that are about my show. Like these says, I got a golden ticket. All the songs, our drama club motto, a golden ticket. And then it's going to be filled with like candy and goodies. I'm going to write them all a note, which is what we did in my college. I think I mentioned this a couple of times. I went to a very, very small liberal arts college, and we did Secret Sykes, which is like a gift for opening night. And the public school system, like you really can't do that. You can't have kids buy each other gifts and stuff like that. So I just did it. So I made 36 jars, and I'm still figuring out what I'm going to do for my tech crew, because I still haven't figured out who actually is in my tech crew. But that was what I worked on. I'm a little bit under the weather. I either have a cold or allergies, and it's just a really, really crappy day out. Like it's just raining, and it's just not nice. But I did just pick up Top 10 by Katie Cotugno. I'm really behind on BookTube, so I'm going to watch a couple of videos and just dive back into this. And I was really in the mood to read contemporary, but I took a break with Crown of Feathers, and I literally just started. And this book is about two best friends. Their romance might become something more, and this is something that I have a lot of experience with, especially when I was in high school. So I'll be curious to see how this book turns out. But yeah, I'll definitely give you guys my thought. This is a much older arc. It came out in 2017. But I never got around to reading it. And as I said in a couple of my other videos, a couple of my girls in my cast adore contemporaries, and I have so many contemporaries on my shelves. And unless I like love a series, which I love, like the Katie McGarry series, I love the Stephanie Perkins series, I love the Morgan Matson series. And that's really all the contemporary. Oh, and Casey West and Emma Mills. Those are the books that I will keep, but any other contemporaries, I normally won't read them again. And if I really do want to reread them, I might re-listen to them later. So I'm trying to read a bunch of these before June, so I can give them away to her, so she can have them. But yeah, that's my plan of attack. But I'm about to go back to reading, so I will check in when I make a little bit more progress, because right now I am on page 6, and that is not enough to give you guys a summary. Hi guys, I'm back. I just wanted to give a small update on Top 10 now that I actually read it. And I have heard in the past that Katie Cotugno's books do deal with a lot of sex positive issues, and this book is definitely the case. So basically it follows these two characters named Ryan and Gabby, and it is their high school graduation, and they wind up having their best friends, but they wind up sleeping together that night, and now they're kind of going back over their history and their relationship to see what happens. And I'm literally 26 pages in, but I'm curious to see what their relationship was like in the past and how this book revolves itself. But it does deal with a lot of sexual issues, like if they do the sex scenes in it. But I'm not sure how far that will go in this book. But the first chapter was very sex heavy, which I normally am okay with when it's done in an effective way. And I think this one was done. So I'll be curious to see how I like the future part of this book. But I'll definitely give you guys my updates when I get up to page 100. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. I'm here to check in about top 10. I have been watching a bunch of BookTube, which I normally love to do when I'm reading because it is something I could always put on in the background. And I'm watching Read by Zoe right now. I love watching readathon vlogs because they motivate me to read. And I'm on page 60 of top 10. This book is actually super interesting. I love when books deal with girl and boy friendships because I don't think that they're always as representative in novels as I would like them to be. And even this is probably going to turn into a romance. But I really love books that have strong girl and boy friendships because I think that it isn't represented as much. But the thing that I'm liking about this book, it does deal with like anxiety disorders, which I think is also severely unrepresented in literature. But it's basically looking back at their friendship. So we start at reason 9 and now we're at number 8. And you get both characters' perspectives, which I normally really enjoy in YA contemporaries, just because I think it gives you a nice fleshed out version of the story. Yeah, I'm about to dive back in, and I'll be sure to update you probably in 50 more pages when I get to page 100. But I'm really liking this book so far. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm checking back in. I wanted to give a small update on top 10 by Katie Cotugno. I'm now on page 115, and this book definitely does deal with some issues I haven't read about before in YA contemporaries. So basically follows these two characters, Ryan and Gabby, and they are on the eve of their high school graduation, where they inadvertently sleep with each other, and that's very obvious in this novel. And then they're going through the history of their friendship and like the top 10 moments of their friendship. And basically looking back to see if it's worth moving forward or if they're going to stay friends. And Gabby's a very, very anxious person. Gabby has a lot of anxiety. And Ryan is a hockey player that is currently in the midst of dealing with some concussions. So these are issues I've never really seen addressed in like a YA novel. But it's really like prevalent, especially when this book came out. I think this book came out in 2017. Around that time, there was like a lot of issues about concussions and stuff like that in sports. But I'm really liking it, and I'm loving their friendship dynamic. You don't really often get books that focus on the friendship. I think I read one book like last year, and that was Better Off Friends by Elizabeth Eulberg that also dealt with that. But again, they always end up in romances, so I'll be curious to see how this book ends up, and if it goes the pure romance route or if it doesn't. She's also a bisexual lead, which is a group that you don't often get for females, which I'm really enjoying. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping to make a little bit more progress on this. This book, it has about 300 pages, like 330 pages. So I would love to tackle a majority of this tonight. I still have a little bit of a cold, but I am feeling okay. So I will catch you guys up when I'm read 100 more pages, hopefully. Guys, Lori here. Sorry I did not update much today. I was shopping a lot. Today's Easter Sunday, but we don't really do anything for Easter, really. I'm like an only child, and we just don't really do a lot for those types of holidays. But I went a little bit of book shopping. I did a couple of things for my show, which was nice. I just packed all my jars for the cast, which I knew it was going to take me a while. I did that, and then I got a lot of reading done. And I also went for a bike ride. I finished listening to Heir of Fire, which has taken me 2 months to finish reading. Which is actually quite impressive because I have been not dreading, but I'm going to try something new next month, and I'm going to try to read 2 chapters a night for Queen of Shadows, and hopefully that will like give me a little bit more listening time and other things because those books are just so long. That's the problem. But I really did like it, and I'm happy to move on to Queen of Shadows. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on top 10. I'm now on page 270, and this book is over in page 350. I'm really enjoying it. The problem I have with this book, and I think I might be a little bit invested because I read Better Off Friends by Elizabeth Eulberg last year and love the structure of that novel. So I think I'm liking the characters. I'm liking what we're seeing, being inside Gabby's head is a little bit hard because she's dealing with a lot of anxiety issues and she's dealing with like a lot of things. So being inside her head is like a little bit hard, and the structure of this novel is just a little bit weird. I think I would have liked the structure and writing style is just not my favorite because there's no connection back to the past, like back to the future. So you're not seeing these people like have like a conversation and then go into this. It's just kind of like you just see it, and it's also not in order. So there's no real like connective elements. So you just have to remember like, oh, this happened before that. So I'm just not as loving that part of it as I really want to. I felt like in that other novel, it was really easily done. It was also a much shorter book. That was like a really, really short novel. But this book just, the structure is not as compelling as I want, but I really am liking the character of Ryan, and I'm learning a lot about the character of Gabby. Like, I think it's really interesting being in her head, but it's just sometimes hard being in her head because she does deal with a lot of anxiety issues. But I'm enjoying it. It's definitely not like a 5-star read, but I was saying right now it's probably like a 3.5, 4-star read. Also Game of Thrones is on tonight, so I'm going to watch that, and then I'll probably come back and let you guys know how far I got. I would love to finish this today, and then move on to something tomorrow. Whenever I finish this read, I'll probably start a new reading vlog, because I've been having these reading vlogs go like 2 weeks, and it's just a lot of length, but this is about to be 30 minutes, so I think I should like end it when I'm done with this book. So I will come back when I have finished top 10. Hey guys, Lori here. I'm here today to do a top 5 Wednesday. This Wednesday will be coming out in May. I'm trying to pre-film as many May videos as I can, but this topic was also in April. But when I saw the April topic, I was like, oh my god, I really want to do that, and I didn't see it when I should have. So the throwback topic was things that decorate your bookshelves and how you decorate your bookshelves. And I thought this was perfect for me because I actually decorate my bookshelves a lot. And I have 5 things that I decorate my bookshelves with, and I wanted to share them with you. So the first one is no shock if you see me, is I collect Funko figures. I love pop vinyls, and I collect series. So like I collect Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I collect Harry Potter, I collect Runaways, Stranger Things, Teen Wolf, Disney princesses. Once Upon a Time I have a complete collection of. So it's just anything that I really like. Harry Potter is probably my biggest collection. I love Ron. So I usually, and Fantastic Beasts, which are right there. So yeah, I tend to collect those. Oh, and Star Wars. So, but the reason I started collecting those is when I started doing Bookstagram. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Chippy4000, I think, or Chippy400, I just take pictures of my books and my Funkos. And it's so fun for me to like find books Funkos that coordinate with my books, and I like really enjoy doing that. So that's one of my collections that I'm really, really proud of. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably see this up a little bit more. Another one of the collections that I'm really proud of is my Canterbury Road co-candles. I will try to link her shop below, but I know she's like shut her shop down temporarily. I don't know if I really like her candles. I hope she comes back, but I know she has nothing in any of her shops right now. But these candles are so nice, and they're like a perfect size for my Bookstagram photos. They smell great. And I have about maybe like 8 to 10 candles, and hers are like the favorite ones that I get. And I would specifically buy from her because she has like a currently reading edition, and right now I literally have one for every season. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see these through in all the seasonal readings that I do. But I really do like her candles, and they really do accent my photos so nicely. So that's another one of the things that if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see them a little bit more in my video. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. It is Monday, and I just spent the morning running a bunch of errands. I finally did get to go see the doctor, and I do have an upper respiratory infection, which is never ever fun. But at least it's good that I'm have it on the week that I'm off, so I can kind of like decompress a little bit and just read. I also went to the eye doctor. I went to the dentist, which is never ever fun. But last night I did find up finishing Top 10 by Katie Catugno. Ooh, that's where my bookmark went. So I actually did wind up liking this book. It wasn't like my favorite contemporary of all time, But I did like the ending. I thought, like, I would like to see the aftermath of the ending, like what happened. I won't spoil the ending, but I did like it. And I say this, like, I like books that focus on male and female friendships, especially when it focuses less on it turning into a romance. So this book was like a nice surprise. I won't say like they wound up or they didn't, but I think you guys should read it. But I did like it. I really am excited to read more by Katie Cotugno in the future. I know a couple of her books got a little bit more praise than this one did. I have How to Love on my shelf. Um and 9 Days and 9 Nights, I've heard it was really, really good as well. So this is the one that I finished last night. And then it is pouring raining today. So ironically, a video is coming out like next week, which is all about like rainy day reads. So I picked up On the Fence by Casey West. And this is another one of the books of her in her canon that I just have not read yet. And I'm on about page 116, and this book has like 288 pages. So hopefully I can bang through this today. It basically follows this girl named Charlotte, and she is a pure tomboy. She has 3 older brothers. Her mom passed away when she was much younger. And at the start of this book, she winds up getting caught for another speeding ticket. Her dad's a cop. So it's over the summer, and she has to like find a way to work off her debt to her dad. So she winds up getting hired at this girlish boutique, which is so out of her comfort zone. And she's dealing with a lot of like, she's having nightmares about her mom's passing. And then she winds up having these nighttime chats with her neighbor, who is kind of like the honorary 4th brother. And I'm sure romances will develop, but right now I'm really liking it. She reminds me a little bit of me. I was definitely like a little bit of a tomboy in high school. Like I didn't like being girly girl stuff. So I do like reading, and I'll be curious to see how this book turns out. This is one of the books that I haven't read by her. I still have to read On the Fence. I still have to read, this one has to read The Distance Between Us, Pivot Point, and Split Second. But then I think I'm done, which is good because I've read most of her other ones. I still need to double check, but those are the ones I still need to read. So when I'm done reading this book, I will definitely check back in and probably close out this reading vlog. I was going to close it out like when I finish top 10, but I honestly think I could probably tackle the rest of this book today. So yeah, I will see you guys later for another update. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. I'm now on page 184 of On the Fence, and an element of mystery has been added to this novel. So I'm really curious to see what is the deal with Charlie's mom. Charlie's mom passed away like really early, but there's elements of mystery that all the characters seem to know but our main character. So I have 2 conflicting thoughts about what is happening, like what is the secret, but I'll definitely report back. I love when books have like a hint of like a mystery or something. It just makes the book more compelling for me to read, and I get like motivated really, really fast. And this book has like, normally I love books that have like friendships, and there was no friendship at the start of this book, but there's developing some more friendships, which I'm really liking. I'm loving her learning about new different things. It's just like a really, really fun read, and I'm probably gonna finish this today, definitely. But yeah, so I just want to give you guys my thoughts and say that I'm really liking the mystery elements of this, and I'm curious to see how this book turns out. But I'll definitely give you guys my thoughts when I make a little more progress. I'm now on page 184. I'll probably update you when I get to like maybe like 250. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here. I just wanted to check in and say that I have finished On the Fence by Casey West. I actually really did like this book. I thought it was actually a really fast-paced read. I read it in a day. But yeah, I found it to be fun. I like Charlotte as a main character. I liked how this book had subtle hints of mystery. Definitely wasn't my favorite Casey West novel by far. Like, I think The Villain Boyfriend and Love Life in the List are still 2 of my definite favorites by her. And Bane Fade and the First Kiss is another one that I really enjoyed. But I liked it. It was a really, really fun read. I liked how this book really dealt with, like, unique family dynamics. And as someone who has friends in my life that, like, became, like, my family, I think that this book really tackled that. I also liked how this book had a lot of elements of, like, self-discovery in it as well. And I thought that it was just really, really, really well crafted. I also like books that deal with, like, non-traditional families. The elements of the mystery really, like, threw this book for me because I wanted to know what happened, so I really read it fast. I like how this book dealt with, like, who you are and, like, being who you are around people. Like, if you can't be yourself around someone, then maybe that's not the person you should be with. But yeah, I just really liked it. So I'm gonna end this reading vlog here. Sorry, I have a small cold. Yeah, I'm gonna end this reading vlog here. This is Monday night, so I'm gonna start a new reading vlog. I'm still unsure what I'm gonna read next. I'll probably decide when I start my new reading vlog. I'm torn between two reads. But yeah, I will see you guys for my next reading vlog. Bye.